So a common question that we get a lot in the chondro community is, are chondros, they have a reputation of being feisty, being bitey, being mean, and so a lot of people want to know, are chondros as sort of high-strung as everyone sort of says they are? So this is just going to be a quick video kind of talking about that. The short answer to that is no. Well, I will say yes and no. This is a little Biak yearling, one of the ones from my first clutch that I produced. This is a Biak to Biak, and Biaks kind of have the most notorious reputation for being really high-strung, really bitey. Obviously, this one is pretty mellow. This whole clutch actually was, so these guys aren't bad at all. I mean, they really, unless you smell like food, these guys are really chill, really mellow. Biaks, most Biaks are pretty feisty, pretty high-strung, usually not the best as far as stuff you want to handle. My adult male, the sire to these guys, he's really, really nasty. He's really nasty, really rough, really don't want anything to do with me. My female, though, on the other hand, getting her out can be a little tough, but once she's out, she's really mellow too. She's completely handleable. She's completely chill. There's some localities like the Arus that kind of have a reputation for not being feisty, which, I mean, that could be the case for a lot of them. I've heard of plenty of people that had Arus that were just as bad as Biaks. I will say I think the captive bred aspect does make for a more handleable chondro. Again, there's going to be exceptions to every rule. That's not going to be the case with all of them. But, I mean, it's been semi-well documented that captive bred Biaks aren't nearly as feisty as imports, especially older imports, older animals. As you can see, this guy's just no intention on biting. He's completely mellow. I went in there and picked him right up off the perch, no problem. And these are captive bred animals. So I think to a degree, the captive bred aspect of chondros does play an effect on how tame or handleable your green tree is. That's another section of debate. People, whether or not you should handle chondros at all, whether they be babies or adults. Obviously, babies you don't want to handle. Like I said, these guys are about a year old, so as long as you're gentle with them and you're not forcing them anywhere or pulling on the tail or anything like that, you're not going to have any issues. But my adults and my older animals, I really don't handle that much. I really don't take them out, just because to me they're not really like a play with me kind of species. If I want to do that, I've got the rat snakes, I've got the bears, I've got all the other cool stuff. I mean, it is cool to every now and again, have a chondro out and hold one, and it is kind of odd not seeing them perched up and seeing them sort of moving around and doing their thing. But as far as the tameness, that really depends on the individual. I won't say it's a hard and fast rule with every locality or subspecies, because they're all going to be different. Like I said, you can have Biaks that are tame, you can have Arus that are not. And I use tame in sort of the loose sense of the word, but prime example too, the two small animals I have from Luke Myers, they're both coming up on 2 years old. One of them, no problems whatsoever, I can handle it. The other one, much more feisty, much more defensive, much more bitey. And those are animals from the same clutch. So it all depends on the individual. Like I said, if you're looking for something that's going to be a little calmer, and I say that with handling, because with food, these things are all monsters. When it comes to food, chondros, if it moves, especially when they're babies and they're kind of in this size where they're growing a lot and they're taking in a lot, if it moves, it's food usually when you're first opening that tub and you're first going in. But it depends. Like I said, captive bred over import, you're probably going to have a calmer animal. But there's going to be exceptions to every rule, like I said. So this is just going to be a quick video just showing sort of how Biaks aren't... Not all Biaks are horrible, temperament-wise. Most are. And that's fine. If you're looking for something you just want to look at and you don't really feel the urge to take out and handle, there's nothing wrong with Biaks. But if you're looking for something that you can, like I said, definitely shop around for captive bred. Especially if it's your first chondro, I recommend captive bred. I have no issues with imports. I just think you're doing yourself kind of a disservice with imports as far as like you now have an uphill battle with getting them established and getting them going. you're going to have less issues with a captive bred animal. So if you're getting a first chondro, I recommend captive bred. If you've kind of had some time with them and you got a few of them and you're willing to take the risk on an import and, you know, getting it on the up and up, by all means, try it out, see what happens. But anyways, subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button. Leave a comment if you have any questions. If there's any other chondro related or snake related stuff you want to see, also drop that in the comments. Let me know. I'm going to try and get in the habit of making more videos. I know I say that all the time, but I really am. I hope this helped. See you later.